excuse me, he was with the Bulls as well.
Well, to be fair, the incarnation started with the Tuatara. So.
Here's Chris Johnston with the dunk.
Now that's the highlights we're waiting for. Getting called for it. Here we see that nice no-look pass by Dante Russo-Nance. But the quick possession allows the Tuatara a chance to close things out. Still 10 seconds on the clock.
Chris Johnson over the top. What a look.
7 rebounds to go along with 9 points. He is doing it all.
Shaquille O'Neal on blocks. You can see why. He barely jumped. Great look. Farrington corner 3. That's good.
How about that? Possession on both ends by Chris Johnson.
Farrington drives. Good defense from Morning. That is a high bouncing ball that Chris Johnson goes against and then flushes with 2 hands.
Athletic play.
Timeout, Nelson Giants.
And you see here just fighting for the ball. The ball bounces higher than the shot clock, and then Johnson.
Well, inbound the ball. Lowe wants it and he gets it. Straight back to his teenage point guard. Great pass from Lowe and a 2-handed slam from Johnson.
Tough ask here for Alex McNaught. Gets caught on Johnson's back, and then pretty simple play, and he just pops and finds himself wide open on the 3-point line.
Dempster driving, blocked by Johnson, and here come the Tuatara. Farrington, up he goes, Tucky Farrington.
Oh, Brett, great pass behind the back of Lowe to Karina. He misses the layup. Does the big man. And McIntosh looking to go coast to coast. He drops it off there. His big man, and Chris Johnson does everything but miss it. Farrington. Oh, here's a mismatch. Chris Johnson, Karina goes to help. Chris Johnson, beautiful turnaround jumper.
Makes guys think twice when they're driving into the paint. You know, the Kiwi, such long athletic guys.
Speaking of long athletic guys, there's Chris Johnson with a turnaround.
7-point margin. Underneath, well, somehow Chris McIntosh found Chris Johnson. Missing it on the GJ guard. I don't know how he found. Corner ball, McIntosh. Rebound. Underneath Fitzgerald. Look out, Chris Johnson.
And come away with it.
Well, he doesn't miss too many from here. Just waits for the cavalry to arrive. Johnson inside Low. He'll finish here easy as you like. Great work. Raining triples. Johnson! CJ gets up. Good signs for the Hawks early. Out by 7. Johnson now backing down on Jordan Hunt. Turns around, and how sweet is that shot?
14 to go.
Or 15 and a half by his average. Here's CJ Chris Johnson. And another basket for the Hawks, number 12. Johnson back the other way, if you don't mind. Swinging off the iron.
As you have Rob Lowe and Chris Johnson back there, you take it for granted that they're going to clean up every single rebound. If you don't box out, especially a team like the Hawks, you're going to punish you.
CJ is just deadly from that short corner on the turnaround.
They're on the offensive glass as well, but they got to see some of these early ones fall to get some confidence.
Johnson finds Schneider on a beautiful cut. No offensive rebounds. He played 32 minutes. And that was not a Chris Johnson-like performance. That is for sure. AG gets a shot blocked.
Hawks continue to push, and they have to like this, going exactly to script as what they had written out.
Chris Johnson does not respect the AG3, and Chris Johnson does not respect that layup.
Oh, what a save!
Oh, my goodness. Schneider. Farrington.
Oh, good D.
Really good D. Now it's Johnson. The fall away. Vintage Chris Johnson on the baseline. He went from 14 feet to 22, it felt like. And then gets the finish. The stuff on Harris.
And 15 rebounds a game, number 1 in the league. Najdawi around Johnson, block number 1.
You got to be very aware of the shot fake if CJ's guarding you. Got one there.
Schneider back the other way. He gets the opening points in the game. Here's 4-2. A late basket maybe. Sends it out. Iuli, deep 3. Johnson! Oh, my!
Shot does not count, but it counts on the highlight reel.
Please have a look at this on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. Here he. Now the home team looks to extend. Here's Johnson. There's Darwi in front of him. Bodies going. Big Johnson going up.
Having those two guys up front, that's like a cheat code. That is 14 foot of defensive pressure.
Farrington off the bounce. Puts that one down and timeout.
Coach here for the Tuatara.
That
so
helps.
That does help the commitment in terms of time for sure. Nice pass.
It's on the break. Finish with the right. Dante Russo-Nance.
It's definitely Trent Adam. He does not like that. This is two easy buckets. 2-3 times in the backcourt. Make them work to get set up.
There goes Chris Johnson.
There it is. Too easy. Beautiful.
Wait, it's beautiful. Lowe looking for the handoff with Farrington. Salmon giving him a little bit of room. Nice cut from Silas Schneider. Picks it up off the nice bounce pass.
He froze him a little bit with the jab step and exploded out of it for the finish.
Chris Johnson powers his way to a bucket. Russo-Nance, left hand. Johnson, can he clean it up? Has it amongst 4 Jets players. Gets the hustle with the muscle, and it'll go to the Racine foul line.
Boyd gives it up to Withers. That's a tough shot over the top of Johnson. In fact, I think CJ may have got a slight hand on that. Back the other way. Johnson picks up underneath. There's a call before that, yeah.
They counted it.
Trying to find form this season, that'll help.
Well, miscommunication there as Schneider.
Oh, Chris Johnson.
Miscommunication on the other side, but no miscommunication there. If you are not broken in half, you are not getting it. Uh-oh.
Johnson, here we go.
What do we got?
Chris Johnson. Mind it, Case. I mean, he's got 4 fouls, but he's 7 down. You have to go.
You got to go.
1 of 10 right now. Saints 4 of 11. Here's Mike Smith. Bogdanovic through the paint. Oh, Johnson. Welcome back.
It's for the Huskies. He tries to stretch out, but look at the ground that can be covered by Christian. What an impact he's having on this game already.
No Dante Russo-Nance tonight, of course. Off at the NBA Global Academy as Johnson finishes strong.
But just a little bit ginger at the moment, that's all it is.
He's tough. Rub some dirt on it. He'll be fine.
Good news there for Saints fans. Chris Johnson.
The Saints are unable to find the mark from deep as this game goes forward. The defensive activity of the Tuatara.
And just like that, we're back to 3.
Just trying to dial in his range there, unfortunately.
Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson, there he is. Uh-oh. Look out. Silas Schneider. What a look from the center.
For Warren gets the fouls. We see the Johnson steal just staying in the ball. And the beautiful behind-the-back pass delivered on a platter for the Schneider finish. And
Rob Lowe did tremendously well, just kept his upright position as
watch out.
Finds Chris Johnson with the alley-oop. Chris Johnson with a highlight play.
The counterattack. Tucky Farrington was looking all the way. Chris Johnson was waiting on it. Perfectly delivered pass. Looks even prettier in slow-mo.
Good D by Mike Smith. Johnson wants it back. He buys the fake, does up short. Junior, and what again? Chris Johnson, 37, playing like he is.
Johnson, look at the strength. Look how he goes after the up fake, getting Upshaw Jr. in the air, and the finish after the contact. They really did a great job of making things difficult for Cooks.
Oh, the pass from Hilliard was great, but Jones just took his eye off the ball and left it behind as he went up. And here comes the Tuatara the other way. Johnson spinning, finishing, two-handed slam. Chris Johnson, he lets Javonte Douglas know about it too.
Of Chris Johnson, as we see the beautiful spin move and has become invaluable to the airs on both sides.
So when you get ready to check back in as Douglas turns the corner. Chris Johnson, two-handed block and just takes that ball out of Javonte Douglas's hands.
Pass always great. But the defense, the rim print. Marcel Jones, the hook shot again, getting the soft rolls on the soft touches.
There's great defense on the dunk attempt from Rob Lowe as Chris Johnson finishes at the other end and will go to the line for a three-point play.
You look at that rip through, that change of direction just completely catches Marcel Jones flat-footed.
Good cut from Andrew. Oh, Chris Johnson met him rim high.
That is a different beast trying to finish on him. Jack Andrew goes high.
On the miss, he'll stay a little bit long on the bench. Oh my! Chris Johnson just had a little bit more pull in the old 37-year-old legs.
You should have people back, but Chris Johnson just running that trail spot gets a head up on the rim.
Johnson falling away. Oh man, Todd Withers did a great job recovering and trying to close out. But that's just the length of him.